Hey guys, welcome back to SlydeBytes. So, quick introduction. If you're not accustomed or not familiar with the channel, this is a budget guitar and related gear review channel. And usually I start these videos off with some type of shreddy guitar intro or bluesy guitar intro or something like that. Today we're just going to go right into the topic because I kind of want to cover some ground here. So, if you are familiar at all, or have seen my other videos at all, or even just shop around guitar stuff long enough, you'll have heard of Behringer, which I am a huge fan of. They are the same brand that has the Behringer amplifiers, and they also have a ton of very affordable but very awesome pedals. And two of these are right in front of you. I'm going to pull this one down just a little bit. There you go. You've got the Ultra Metal from Behringer, the UM300, and the Heavy Metal, the HM300. And if you're like me, and you love gang, and you love crunchy guitars and all that fun stuff, when you're looking for a affordable, like much higher, hotter gain type of distortion pedal, it can be very confusing when you see these two listed on a website and say, I remember seeing these on Amazon, and I ordered these through Sweetwater, but it can be very difficult to understand what the difference between these two are, because Ultra Metal versus Heavy Metal with almost the same numerical designation, this can be very confusing, and the colors are very similar on most websites, which is also very confusing. So I kind of want to do a little bit of an example here of what the differences are between the two pedals. We're not going to go through all the knobs and everything. I've shown this briefly in another video, primer all about Behringer pedals, and that video, I still like that video. I still find it useful. This isn't to undo anything in that video. This is to highlight something I was specifically showing in that video for just a moment, but with more fine tuning. In that video, I compared these two and kind of describe what they might be used for, but I didn't go very far into it because I was trying to kind of talk about all the pedals I had from Behringer, which is several. This video is going to be all about these two pedals. We're not going to sit here and turn all the knobs. What I've done is gone back to each review video of these. And first off, the Ultra Metal is always set in this way because this is the tone I use in most of my guitar playing. This is a permanent addition to the board. It's always going to be here, and these are the settings I always use. This pedal, the Heavy Metal, I went back and watched my specific review on this pedal and found the setting that I said was my favorite on there, and I put it back on that. So now I have my favorite sound setting here that I use on almost all my videos versus my favorite sound that I was getting on here. And I've been thinking about it, and I really think that they kind of do demonstrate really what these pedals how they differ and what they are useful for. So without any more conversation and me chatting up this video too much, let's go ahead and just dig in. So to let you know what we're doing here, what we're playing, we are using the Mitchell Mini MM100 in drop D, and we are running we're only going to have these two pedals on at first, and my Kmise noise gate, which is very essential because I'm standing pretty close and I don't want to just buzz this whole video up with too much feedback. So, without further ado, we're going to be using the bridge pickup, which is a humbucker, and we're going to go ahead and start jamming. So here we go. Let's go ahead and start on the Heavy Metal, and I'm just going to play some licks, and we'll go to the Ultra Metal, and we'll kind of go back and forth and let you hear that, how they're different. Ultra metal. Heavy metal. All right, so if what you're hearing there, and let's just give you a little sample of the ultra metal real quick here. All right, let's go ahead and go back to the heavy metal. Can you hear it? Because I definitely can hear the difference. So, first off, look at the control panels of both of these pedals. This heavy metal pedal only has a level, your low, mid, and distortion settings on the pedal. The ultra metal pedal has a level, your actual distortion level, your high, your mid, another mid frequency control, and a low. So what you're getting is a much more detailed pedal here, and a much more streamlined, simplified pedal here, that's letting you get all your high range out of your guitar, your amplifier, and letting you really just focus on the mids. And as I've said before, both of these are really telling you to focus on your mid range. This one gives you two controls to do it. This one takes away one of your options for like high control of your high level or high frequency control, and tells you, adjust your mids. So I feel like both these pedals accomplish the goals they're after. So if you look into them a little bit deeper and you start reading online, you'll see people from all sorts of genres using both. And in fact, I mentioned in the heavy metal video that punk rockers I've read reviews from them, and they love that pedal. But you think about this tone. Let's go ahead and play it real quick. Versus this tone. Are they drastically different? I wouldn't say that they are, but I would say the heavy metal is just a little bit less angry. I'll put it that way. It still sounds, it's very much based on a lot of the early distortion pedals, and think of a tone similar to what you get in late 80s, early 90s, and the ultra metal is based on that. I would call it that tone you're getting around the 2000s, late 90s, early, that 2000s, where it's much more bassy, much tighter, much meaner response. They're both metal pedals. They are both from different segments of metal, and this is one of those times where it pays to be nuanced and understand that metal is not just metal. There's a lot of different segments of metal, different genres and subgenres within the genre of metal. And the heavy metal probably has a little bit less grit in it, and the ultra metal has a little bit more. I'd say it's a little tighter. The heavy metal is a little bit more MIDI, which is, even though the And that's partially my own settings, but this is something just to bear in mind, that they are targeting 2 different styles, and if you're looking for more something from, that late 80s, 90s tone, or you just maybe need a little bit less gain, you might go with the heavy metal. Still playing a game. You're still hitting you're still very much in the metal territory. If you need a more modern sound, a little bit more, a little tighter, I should say, a little bit more gain, go with the ultra metal. Or ignore me and do whatever you want with whatever you want, because the first rule of playing guitar is that there are no rules. So real quick, as always, to end this video, I'm just going to go ahead and turn on my tube amp modeler, my DigiTech Bad Monkey. We're going to leave the noise gate on, and the Lotkey analog delay. I'm just going to play a couple things here with my boosted metal chain. This is the signal I use for a lot of stuff, and we're going to go back and forth using, again, we're going to have the Behringer tube amp modeler, the noise gate, the DigiTech Bad Monkey, boosting each of these pedals. We're going to go back and forth, let you hear that tone with the Lotkey analog delay as well. And so you'll hear what these sound like in a full metal rig, and that's how we'll close out. So here we go. Heavy metal. Alright, so there you go. I hope that gives you a decent enough demonstration of what these two pedals are, what they can do, how they sound, and yeah, that's really all this video is. I just wanted to this was a very hard thing for me to understand when I was first looking at these pedals. I hope I gave you enough tones here to kind of let you hear what or I guess enough playing, because we didn't really turn too much knobs on the pedals, but I hope I gave you enough sample here to understand really what the two pedals are trying to go for. They're both great. There's no wrong answer here. Use whatever sounds best to you, and I wish you guys the best in trying to figure it out for yourself and find out what works best for your tone that you're seeking, for the sounds you want. Guys, thank you so much for watching. I appreciate all of you. Check me out on Instagram, Twitter, SoundCloud, the community page here on YouTube and Facebook, because I'm posting content all over the place, and beyond just YouTube here. And please like and subscribe if you feel like I've earned it, because that is important to me. I gotta earn it from you, and it really does go a long way to helping this channel grow, because I'm always in the pursuit of growing this channel. Again, thank you so much. I appreciate all of you. I will see you guys soon with more content. You might see things being a little bit more sporadic. I've got a lot going on and a lot on my plate right now. I've been trying to keep up with schedule for uploading, but it may not be able to maintain that with what all I've got going on in my own personal life right now, and full-time work and all that. So if you notice things are a little bit more spread out, I apologize. Forgive me. Bear with me. SlydeBytes doesn't go anywhere, but I might just not be able to maintain the schedule that I've been trying to maintain. So anyway, thank you guys so much. Appreciate you. See you soon with more content. Keep shredding, partners. Bye.